The truth about Kylie and Timothée's 3-year contract is finally coming to light after a series of high-stakes events that have left the industry questioning what is real and what is a perfectly timed PR masterpiece. At the 2026 Critics' Choice Awards, Timothée Chalamet didn't just win a trophy, he seemingly solidified a narrative that the Kardashian-Jenner machine has been building for over 36 months. Standing on that stage, he thanked his partner of 3 years, specifically using the word foundation to describe their bond. But while the general public was swooning over this rare public declaration of love, seasoned industry insiders were looking at the receipts. To understand the reality of this relationship, we have to look past the red carpet chemistry and into the cold, hard data of movie releases, brand launches, and the specific timing of every single paparazzi stroll. Today, we are answering the 3 big questions everyone is asking. Is this relationship a legally binding business arrangement designed to coincide with an Oscar campaign? Why did the cheating rumors in Paris surface exactly 48 hours before a major award win? And how much money has this pairing actually generated for the Kardashian and Chalamet empires? We have mapped the timelines, pulled the brand valuation reports, and consulted with top-tier PR strategists to show you the superior reality of Hollywood's most calculated power couple. For the last 3 years, the common belief has been that Kylie and Timothée are an unlikely pair of mismatched lovers hiding from the cameras to protect their genuine connection. We've been told they are super serious, very private, and deeply involved in each other's daily lives. But our research reveals a much more strategic playbook that suggests this isn't just a romance, it's a corporate merger. According to a report from Brit & Co. on February 5, 2026, the internet went into a tailspin when Timothée was spotted in a Paris hotel lobby with French-Romanian actress Anna Maria Vartolomei. The timing of this leak is the first red flag in what we call the Paris distraction. This scandal broke exactly 2 days before Timothée's Critics' Choice appearance. In the world of high-level PR, a controlled leak of a potential scandal is often used to build narrative tension before a massive positive payout. By allowing the world to speculate about a breakup or cheating, the Jenner team ensured that all eyes were on Timothée during his acceptance speech. When he finally said those 3 little words, "I love you," and thanked Kylie for their foundation, the emotional payout for the audience was doubled because of the fabricated fear that they were over. This is a classic re-hook strategy used to keep a long-running story fresh in the minds of a fickle audience. Per The Tab on February 6, 2026, the spotted photos in Paris featured Timothée in a gray trek suit and Vartolomei in a black jacket looking surprised by cameras in a way that felt more like a staged scene than a genuine mistake. Vartolomei is his co-star in an upcoming project, and the cheating narrative provided the perfect amount of friction to make his public declaration of love at the awards ceremony feel like a hard-won victory. But this brings us to the most shocking part of this entire 3-year saga, the financial and award synergy that drives this partnership. This is the #1 secret the family doesn't want you to focus on. While the public sees a romance, the industry sees an equity-building machine. Since they were first linked in April 2023, Kylie Jenner's brand sentiment among Gen Z has seen a recorded shift. Before Timothée, Kylie was struggling to pivot from the King Kylie era into a more quiet luxury aesthetic that could sustain long-term growth. Per industry analyses in early 2025, the Chalamet effect helped Kylie rebrand her image to fit the high-fashion, indie darling world that Timothée inhabits, which was essential for the expansion of her Kai fashion line and the stability of Kylie Cosmetics. The money trail goes even deeper. On January 23, 2026, Kim Kardashian's Skims agreed to pay $200,000 to settle fraud allegations in New Jersey regarding sales tax. Whenever the family faces legal heat or brand decline, like the reported closing of SKKN by Kim after it failed to gain traction, a massive Kylie and Timothée update miraculously hits the wires. This is what experts call shield PR. By keeping the most famous and respected young actor in the world attached to the family, Kris Jenner ensures there is always a high-value distraction available to bury negative business news. This partnership has also been vital for Timothée's own awards trajectory. Before Kylie, he was seen as a reclusive, serious actor with a niche following. after Kylie, he became a household name for a demographic that wouldn't normally watch a 3-hour sci-fi epic like Dune or his current Oscar contender, Marty Supreme. The crossover appeal is worth tens of millions in box office revenue and brand deals. According to New York Daily News on February 6, 2026, Chalamet is the frontrunner to win the Best Actor Oscar on March 15th, and insiders suggest that his speech at the Critics' Choice Awards was a test run for the big night. By thanking Kylie now, he is conditioning the Academy and the public to accept her as the future wife of a prestigious Oscar winner. Our third question focuses on the foundation of this relationship and what happens when the clock runs out on this 3-year cycle. On a Q&A session for Marty Supreme on February 1, 2026, at the Prince Charles Cinema in London, director Richard Curtis asked Timothée directly if he was planning on tying the knot. Per reports from Tyla and Perth Now on February 3, 2026, Timothée's response was telling. He called the question personal and joked that the interviewer was going to get him in trouble, but he ultimately said yes twice when asked about marriage. This is the delayed payout in action. By never confirming a marriage but constantly teasing the seriousness of the bond, they extend the media life cycle of the relationship indefinitely. However, the timing of these marriage comments coincides perfectly with the lead-up to the 2026 Super Bowl. According to the Times of India on February 8, 2026, Kim and Kylie are currently using the Super Bowl to bury the Kardashian Curse myth by placing high-stakes bets on the Seattle Seahawks. This is part of a larger 2026 strategy to rebrand the family from drama-filled to luck-bringers. Per a Marketing Mentor report on February 1, 2025, Kendall Jenner is even starring in a Fanatics sportsbook ad where she mocks the curse narrative by burning NBA jerseys. If Timothée can win an Oscar while dating a Kardashian, the Kardashian Curse is officially dead, which dramatically increases the market value of every single Jenner-owned company and makes them more attractive for potential IPOs or acquisitions. Beyond the couple, we have to look at how the rest of the family is being positioned to support this reality. On January 27, 2026, Kim Kardashian appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show and hinted that the drama between her and Kourtney has escalated to the point where she might need an attorney. While fans were busy arguing about the sisters' physical fights, Kim was also addressing the Photogate scandal involving Meghan Markle. Per IB Times UK on January 29, 2026, Kim finally explained why she and Kris Jenner deleted photos of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from Kris's 70th birthday party held in November 2025. Kim claimed on her sister Khloé's podcast, Khloé in Wonderland, that the removal was out of respect for Remembrance Day, as the photos showed the royals partying on a day of solemn commemoration. However, social media sleuths aren't buying it. The deletion happened exactly as rumors of a fallout between the Kardashians and the Sussexes began to peak. By waiting until late January 2026 to address a November 2025 event, Kim effectively used an old scandal to pivot the conversation away from her own recent legal troubles and her failed attempt at the California bar exam in early 2026. This creates a multi-layered distraction. If you aren't talking about Timothée's contract, you're talking about Meghan Markle. If you aren't talking about Meghan, you're talking about North West's new dangerous look. In early February 2026, 12-year-old North West went viral by sporting face tattoos and black grills during an Instagram Live. While the public was outraged, Kim used the opportunity to defend her daughter's self-expression on Khloé's podcast, creating yet another cycle of engagement that centers on the family's modern and edgy parenting. Per sources cited by Globe magazine on January 1, 2026, Kim is feeling defeated after her worst year yet in 2025, which included a brain aneurysm scare and the return of her psoriasis. In this context, the Kylie and Timothée romance is the only win the family has left to market. According to US Weekly on February 6, 2026, an insider claimed that Kylie definitely runs the show and that Timothée loves it. The insider also noted that the couple has talked about getting engaged this year. But look at the language being used. This year. Not next week, not tomorrow, but this year, specifically after the Oscars. If Timothée wins, his market value peaks. If he proposes shortly after, the Kardashian family brand is permanently linked to an Academy Award-winning legacy. This is the ultimate insider takeaway. The family is no longer just selling a lifestyle, they're selling a redemption arc through proximity to prestige. Per a report from Men's Journal on January 11, 2026, the two are super serious, but seriousness in the Kardashian world is measured in equity, cross-platform reach, and brand safety. By tethering their brand to an Oscar-contending actor, they have successfully moved from reality stars to Hollywood royalty. The three questions we started with have been answered by the family's own tactical movements. The relationship serves the brand, the scandals serve the timing of the awards, and the love serves the bottom line of a $4 billion empire.
The foundation Timothée thanks Kylie for isn't just emotional support. It's a foundation of PR expertise, media manipulation, and a 3-year plan that is reaching its inevitable conclusion. To really understand how deep this playbook goes, you have to look at the other members of the inner circle who have been quietly phased out or brought in to facilitate this transition. This isn't just about one couple, it's about a total empire overhaul. If you want to see the other ways the Jenner sisters are manipulating the media to hide their true business motives, including the leaked videos from 2025 that their own crew was allegedly forbidden to film, you need to see what we uncovered about the rest of the family. The Fresh Celebrity Tea playlist is where we break down the entire Kris Jenner master plan, including the secret meetings with film studios and the truth about those missing photos of the Sussexes. This is the essential next step to understanding the bigger playbook that is currently running Hollywood and why the contract might be the most important document in the Kardashian office. As we move toward the March 15th Oscars, expect more receipts to drop. Whether it's a perfectly timed engagement announcement or another accidental leak in Paris, every move is scripted. Per industry experts, the 2026 award season is the most managed in history, and Kylie Jenner is the lead producer. The reality is that in Hollywood, the most successful relationships aren't just built on love. They are built on a solid foundation of non-disclosure agreements, shared accountants, and a 3-year timeline that ends in gold. If you think this is where the story ends, you haven't been paying attention to the way the Kardashians play the long game. This isn't just a romance, it's a legacy-building maneuver that ensures the family stays at the center of the cultural conversation for another decade. The truth is hidden in the timing, and as we've shown today, the timing is perfect. Make sure to check out our deep dive into the Kardashian Curse rebranding in the Fresh Celebrity Tea playlist to see how the family is using the Super Bowl to change the rules of the game once again. It's a masterclass in modern fame, and we're just getting started.